Okay then, so hopefully you managed to do the first set of questions there, just looking at the gear ratios. Hopefully you've managed to either take a picture, post it on Teams, or type something up and post it back. Either way will be great. I'll be able to check over those. Now, while I'm looking over them, just to make sure you're kind of on the right track here, have a go at the next section here. Now, you can calculate the speed of the output gear, and this is a driven one. And again, we're going to assume the driven gear is on the right hand side. Okay, so we're looking at these ones here, this one and this one here, and obviously these two here as well. Okay, you've got input speed in revs per minute, and you're going to try and work out whether the output is going to be faster or slower. Okay, and usually the rule of thumb is if the output gear is, or the driven gear is smaller, it's going to be faster, and if the output gear is bigger, it's going to be slower. Alright, now have a go at those, and again, take a picture, post it back on Teams, or if you're typing it up, however you're doing it, let me know the answers, okay, so I can check over and make sure you're kind of getting there on the right track. Right, I'll give you a few minutes to do that, or say 5-10 minutes, post the answers up, and then we'll move on to the next bit of the lesson. Many thanks, and stay safe. Welcome back everyone. Hopefully you had an okay time working out the speed or output speed of the driven gear there. Now what we're going to look at, taking it a wee bit further here, now got 3 gears in play here. So a simple gear train, this is what this is called, gear train. You've got your A, gear A, we're going to assume that's the driver. B is the driven, and then so A and B, driver, driven. Okay, so when we're working at the gear ratio, again, driven over driver, so we're going to look at B over A, which is 60 divided by 20. Okay, I should always write driven over driver first so that I've got an idea of what I'm actually doing before, in case you get lost with the numbers, etc. So 60 divided by 20 is 3, or 3 to 1. We'll just call it 3 just now. Okay, now that's A to B, A to B. Okay, so that's what we're looking at. A is going round 3 times every time B is going round once. Now what we've got, we're going to do B to C, B to C. Okay, and what we're looking at is we're going to do the same thing. We're going to consider C now just a driven gear. Technically they're both driven gears. Okay, so we'll take C and divide it by B. So it's going to be C is our driven. B technically is being driven by A, so you can now kind of consider that a driver, even though technically it's not. But we'll do the same thing. C divided by A, so 10 divided by 60. Probably me over explaining things as usual, which is a sixth, or 0.16 if you want to do it in decimal. Okay, so how are we going to work out the overall gear ratio? Well, simple. We're going to multiply 3 by 0.16. Okay, so 3 times 0.16 is equal to 0.5. It's like an easy check on this actually. We could do an easy check because what we can do is we can take A and C. Okay, we'll take the 2 outside gears, we'll ignore B, okay, and we're going to do driver. A is the driver, C is obviously being driven, so 10 divided by 20, oh, I'm going to fit this in here, yes, which is a half, same as that. Okay, I'm going to run out of room now to do the velocity, the speed. So input speed is 60, output speed is going to be, well, that's half the size of that. Okay, so the output speed should be faster because it's smaller gear, so the smaller the gear is, the quicker it's moving around. Okay, so 60 times 60 divided by half. You could either do this 2 ways, 60 divided by half, which would be 120. Or since that's now a case of it's a 2 to 1, isn't it? This will go round 2 times every time this goes round once. then it's 60 times 2. Okay, hopefully you understand that. It's just a case of, we know that this is half the size of this. Okay, so this must be going round twice the speed of this. Hopefully that makes sense. I know I've kind of maybe confused things a little bit with two different types of numbers, but hopefully you can understand that wee bit there. If not, don't worry too much. I'll be on hand to kind of try and help out. Hopefully I've not muddied the waters. Now, for the next bit, notice a lot of writing in that. For the next bit, if I can move on. For the next 2 questions, you can see task 5. These are taken from the book that's on files, so from page 10 and 11. So you can try and work out what the output speeds are there. And there's another one there for 4 gears. Okay, so if you want to look at that on the mechanisms book, it's on page 10, 11. Have a go, write it down. Again, take an image, post it on Teams, and I'll be able to review that. Okay, have a go at that and see if we can send that back up to me. And again, as always, stay safe.